Wildwood Live for this particular day, which I believe is a Thursday. Am I right or am I right? Diggity doggone it all. Anyway, I'm just going to share this a couple places for the kids. As I do, I'm a sharer. I'm a sharer of things, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's doing all right out there. Beautiful fall day here in Wisconsin. Sun is shining. Love is in the air here. And I'm going to give a stab at this broadcaster again. The other day we got kind of flummoxed by the news that Edward Van Halen had passed away, and that just kind of made for an odd and troubling and sad broadcast. So I brought it to kind of an abrupt end so that we might reconvene at a later time, perhaps now. So that's what we're doing. I'm just going to share this in a couple places here. Hold on just a second-rooney. A second-rooney. Boom, 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 boom. Post. There, I did it. All right, folks. So I, again, am sporting this broadcaster, 70th anniversary broadcaster. And the reason why I'm kind of taken with it, Wildwood said this is the second one they've sent me. The controls and the pickups on this thing are pretty doggone cool. So bigger pole pieces, it's got bigger wire that they use to make the pickups. So they have a meatiness and a savagery that I dig. And what you can do is on that back position, this tone control, let me see if I got the close up. This tone control actually functions as a blend switch. So it brings the neck pickup in. But here it's a little spongier than you use. I love that sound. It's so juicy. And you can get kind of various different degrees of that blend. So check this out. So the middle position is actually the neck pickup all by itself. That neck pickup sounds damn good. The neck pickup is actually Alnico 5, apparently. Again, with the bigger pole pieces. They call these the 5051 Blackguard pickups. In this extreme position, it's the neck pickup with about a 10K resistor that is added as a buffer. Ooh, I like it. So when you're in this back position again, and you're blending the bridge and the neck, you're actually blending in that buffered version of the neck pickup, which makes it even more squishy. Yeah, someone's mentioned that it is beat up. This is definitely a heavy relic version. For those who like the heavy relic versions, it's for your plucking. They also make a journeyman relic, which is the one I kind of been eyeing up because I like the thinner idea, the thinner nitro finish, and I liked a little bit of a patina. Not so glossy that I'm afraid, oh, I put a little bump in it. So it's just kind of like someone had put it under their bed and maybe played it a little bit. So it's not like the total relic job. And they do have one of those at Wildwood as well, a journeyman relic finish, as opposed to there's a relic, and this is a heavy relic. So it has definitely been savaged. But, you know, my wife and I were talking about it. She's like, why would you want one of those guitars that are all beat up? And I say, well, if you actually found a broadcaster that would be around, it would probably look like this. So if you wanted to have the experience of the look and feel and sound of one of those old guitars without harvesting both kidneys and maybe having to, you know, you know what I'm saying? It'd be pestilentially expensive. So to have one worn in like this could be a cool thing. I remember when I first got my first Relic, it was because I wanted a Roy Buchanan looking like Telecaster. So I had, when they first came out, I bought one of the 51 No-Casters Relics. This one, man, it's a cool difference in tone. That neck pickup with the buffer versus the neck pickup without the buffer. Bridge pickup, and then blend in the buffered version of the neck pickup. Pretty cool. Pretty doggone cool. Now, if you do not like this particular setup with how it's blending the pickups and the buffer and all that other kind of stuff, there is in the case that it comes with another control panel with a conventional tele wiring, if you wanted to do that. The neck it's interesting. We were talking about there's a Mike Lewis did a video on this guitar, and I remember him talking about this guitars when we were out at NAMM. The necks back then were all different. So this one, if I had to say what it's like, it feels like a 55 thickness, so not as big as the 51U that they have from the custom shop. This one just feels like it's got the slightest V to it. So I would say it's about the girth of the 55 neck with just the slightest hint of a V. And it's actually a compound radius because they realized that back in the day, for whatever reason, some of the necks were compound. So it's a 7 1/4 and then it's a 9.5 up here. And it's got a medium fret on there. So it's it's a little taller. I like the feel of the neck. I like just that slightest V. Mess around here a little bit with this. All neck pickup. I'll try that neck pickup with that 10K roll off rhythm. Murky and juicy. Here's that bridge pickup. pickups in that back position with that using this device. Tell you what, it's a fantastic sounding guitar. So again, this particular one, 7.56 pounds, awfully light. It's a team-built version. There is a custom shop iteration as well. Those are, of course, a little on the more the pricey side. But I'll tell you what, it's a sassy sounding morsel. It's got me thinking. It's got me tempted. Although I'm kind of eyeing up the Journeyman version, although this one sounds damn good. The other one I had, though, sounded magnificent as well. That one sold like within an hour of me doing the live thing. And they said, hey, that one sold. Send it back. Lickety-damn split. So, an important question has just come in. Greg, why do people make mac and cheese without a baked top? You know, hell if I know. That is an excellent question. You know, interestingly enough, I did not like mac and cheese as a child. It wasn't until I was much older. I had very strange eating habits as a youngster, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when hot lunch at Webster School back in the day, they would have a mac and cheese with a piece of like fried bologna on top of it. And I'd trade lunch that day. I'm like, I ain't eating that. First of all, what is this goop, this yellow goop? And mystery meat. I gave it the thumbs down and traded it for a PBJ of some sort. What? Anyway, you get the idea. Now for just kicks and gigs, I'm going to switch over to my 53 telly just to hear what it sounds like in comparison. I know it's not going to be the same output. This is going to be higher output. It sounds killer. All right, let's go Let's go to Mr. 53 and see what he has to say. Go to Mr. 53 and see what he wants to play. Whoa! A little song about guitars, never a bad thing. All right. Now. Isn't that crazy? Well, the less output is. The neck pickup. Woodpecker. See? My neck pickup is really microphonic, so when I go in the middle there with those two, if I have any kind of overdrive on it, hear that? Clean, it sounds awesome. Add a little heat. It takes off. It takes off like a beast of the night. So let's go back to the other one now and see what it sounds like in comparison. I'm toying with the idea when I was hanging out with Mr. Bonamasu down in Tennessee a month or so ago. He was asking me about my telly. How's that telly doing? It's doing good. That neck pickup's a little microphonic. He said, I got a guy. He goes, if you want it rewound, I got a guy. I'm like, I'm sure you do. So I'm thinking about having the neck rewound, the neck pickup rewound. Uh-oh, I'm getting calls. I'm getting messages. I'm going to turn that off. So here's that neck pickup of the... Yeah, it needs a wax job is what it needs. I like it. So we go.
Pretty cool with that looper duper. Engage in some activities. Yes, I can see the comments out there, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming in, they're coming on strong, they're coming in, and they're coming on strong. Peter V asks, is stress eating still an issue? Well, let's just put it this way. I have upped my walking game substantially to mitigate whatever the eating would be doing. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the tone. I do enjoy the tone of this guitar. I think it's fabulous. So we've heard this guitar, which again, to reiterate, this is the 70th anniversary broadcaster. I believe the information of this particular guitar and a link to it from the Wildwood site is on the description of this particular feed. You heard what it sounded like in comparison to the 53. I'll tell you what, this is an awfully good sounding guitar. Now for kicks and giggles, I'm going to grab one of my Wildwood exclusive Kochwork orange Gristle Masters, and let's hear that in comparison to all of this crazy stuff, just for a sense of perspective on all of things. Not that anything sounds better than anything else, it's just different strokes for the different folks. Am I right or am I right? All right, folks. I've been walking outside, ladies and gentlemen. I've been walking outside. My wife and I walk in the morning time, and sometimes we walk again in the evening time. And that's all well and good. Sounds good, am I right?
Sounds good, right? Right? Sounds good. Good sounding guitar too, doggone it. So many options for the people. So many options for the people. Are the nuts cut for 10s? I believe they are. They come with 10s on them. Right. Someone asked, did I enjoy teaching in college? I did teach college for about a year and a half when my son was going to a school up in Minnesota, which is actually the school no longer exists anymore. That was a tragic story in and of itself. I wanted you to know I had nothing to do with the fact that the school exists no longer. While I was there, it was thriving with great power. But I did enjoy teaching up there. It was fun to come up with various different things to teach the youngins. And I did enjoy that. Anyway, you get the idea. UWSP, that's it. I went to the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, ladies and gentlemen. Right smack dab in the middle of the state, where I majored in jazz guitar with an emphasis on fermented entertainment. A lot of people don't know what that means, but I think you do. I dig a doodle. And learned fancy chords up there. I learned this fancy chord up there. I call it the Care Bear chord. You play it and people instantly weep. Most of the stuff I learned was from records, to be honest with you. I did learn a lot up at school, though. I learned, I wanted to know how to play over changes and know how to read and write music at a professional level and that kind of stuff. And it was excellent for that. It was all good. I have made a song out of that chord. How about a 6/9 chord? Here we go. Start with Wes. I like it. Stevie Ray Vaughan lick? How's that? Sounds good on this guitar. Plug in that other one now in comparison. Just for the heck of it. Okay, we're having fun hearing the sounds of these doggone guitars. What? Back to this broadcaster 70th anniversary. Weapon of the night and of the day. And do about it in Funcraft. I like it. Someone asked, what's the action on the other one? The action one, however, the action? That's not even a word. The action. I felt like saying it. The action on the other one, is what I meant to say, is exactly how they come from the Reverend factory. That's how I play my guitars. How they set them up and how they arrive is how I play them. Can you dig it? Someone asked, do you like a P90 in a Tele? Well, as a matter of fact, I do, and there will be, excuse me, I'm burping up my lunch. I want to apologize for that right now, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to hear that. What? P90s I have developed with Fishman that will also be along the same lines as the pickups you just heard in my orange Gristlemaster, which has my signature Fishman Fluence Gristle tone pickups on it. We did P90s. They're coming out. They're going to be in a new iteration of the Reverend Gristlemaster. It's going to be a set neck guitar. It's going to have an ebony fingerboard. It's going to have a Bigsby on it, and it will have these new P90s. We'll have two voices and a really cool out-of-phase option as well. Will the Gristlmasters come with P90s come in orange with a fat neck? Now, doggone it, Mike. That's a very specific request. Right now, I'm going to say no to that. Although if you asked me, will there be a Gristlemaster with a big neck, I would say that is going to be coming. That will be available at Wildwood. Just contact Lance on that, and he'll set you up. But the ones with the P90s, that's not on the docket for the near future. Call you Reverend Dude. I like that. Yes, it might be, ladies and gentlemen. Do I own a resonator guitar? I do. I have a National, really beautiful one. I have a... what style is that anyway? It's definitely the longer neck version. It's not the 12 fret version. I got a 14 fret. And it's blue. It's delicious. This does have some killer quack to it. I like it. What do you mean by a big neck? You mean chunky Gibson neck? Yeah, like a fatter neck, wider this way from front to back, or from top to bottom, however you want to look at it. So the neck on the current Gristlemaster is a little, it's a slightly larger C than what would be on an Eastsider. But we did a version of the Gristlemaster in black that's available only at Wildwood that has a neck profile that's akin to the neck on my old Fender Custom Shop guitar, which is this one that I ordered. It's a J Black Masterbuilt one I got in 1991. It's got a large, very fat neck on it, which was described as a November of '56 neck. It's got a V to it, really big, thick neck. Yes. So that neck was actually used as the template for the neck that's on my Gristlemaster that's in black, that's only available at Wildwood. But there are going to be some available in the Koch orange with the fatter neck, and then some of the black ones will be swapped out with the other neck. So the black one's going to be available with the smaller neck for the first time, and the Koch orange is going to be available with the fatter neck, chunkier neck for the first time. And again, if you're interested in either of those scenarios, you can contact Lance or any of the boys at Wildwood Guitars, but Lance knows the deal on all of that. It's a good sounding guitar right here. I'm going to tell you that right now, folks. I like it. But again, on these broadcasters, what's so cool is that they have this old yet new wiring situation. So in that back position where it's usually the bridge pickup, the tone control, what's usually the tone control is a blend switch. So you add in the neck position. But it's this neck position. So there's two different neck sounds. Here's the regular neck pickup, just full on. And here's the neck position with about a 10K buffer in there. And that version of the neck pickup is what you blend in with the bridge pickup back here. There we go. That looks kind of a bear, but what are you going to do? That's a tune I've had around for a while, but I'm working it back up to speed. Kind of a homage to Chester. This question is good. One thing that bothers me, says Peter V, how do I convert my neighbors to the power of rock? They keep ruining my pagan craft. That's an unfortunate relationship you have with your neighbors. Luckily, I have a strong bond with my neighbors in the fellowship of rock and the majesty of roll. And that's a glorious thing. Sometimes I say to my neighbors over here, the Bodwins, I say, I'm sorry, was that kind of loud? No, we're going to complain that it's not loud enough. True story. They say, turn it up. If we can't hear it, we're pissed. I'm like, all right, then I shall crank it, and the power of rock will overfloweth from the sweet goblet of the night. Sweet goblet of the night. Ooh. Well, thank you, Rob. Thanks for tuning in. I can feel it in my cones. Telling you what, broadcaster is calling. It's calling my name. Trade, just one more. That's what it's saying. Just one more, Dre. Can't believe I remembered that one. Someone asked for a little TNA. Right? A little bit of that Sweet Keith action. That sounded weird, Sweet Keith. There's nothing sweet about that feller. He's a savage beast, a rock beast. Am I right or am I right? That is the little heat. Here's the difference between, here's the little heat pedal. Here's the amp. That's all I know. Sorry. Just remember that riff. Ding, 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 ding. That's a good one. Right there. That's all I know. It's a good riff, though. Am I right? 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 Yes, he did. He did love Clapton, bless him. What pedal am I? I'm actually using the amp. my Koch signature amp, and then I'm putting a little bit of that little heat pedal on top. Fancier chords. What was that? Something like that. Old Bill Gibbons, bless him. Boom. Just a fool for your stockings. That Bill Gibbons, he was a savage piece. When you pass my... Am I right or am I right? Folks, we are up at the top of the hour. How about any other questions out there on guitars, playing, any kind of stuff? Any questions other than requests? Oh. Right. Don't run into my babe. Finally found my old blue jean. Right. Do. Don't use the Gristle Master pedal anymore. Actually, I do. I do use my Gristle King pedal. It's more versatile. It's got a clean boost on it. I just don't have it wired in right now because the little heat was handy, so I little heated it. Which has got a cool sound as well. I mean, there's no doubt it sounds good too. And it's a nice little boost above the overdrive that's on the amp. You put that on top of it. It's just... What do you think of the Tejas album? That's my favorite, to be honest with you. you know. When you're driving down the highway at night, right? Bill Gibbons right there. Well, that's a good one. I like the power of the top. All right, folks, questions. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I've got a few more minutes left here. It's after 4 on this delicious Thursday afternoon. Classic Vibe Telly. Good? I would say yes. Those are very nice, actually. Do I prefer reverb and vibrato in the amp? Yes, I do. And I have reverb and vibrato in the amp. That harmonic vibrato is in my amp. Yeah, that's a good one too. Boogie down, baby, won't you blow your top? How about what's the other one? Fine. Activities. Is that a boogie shuffle? Yeah, it is. You know, I would say that's kind of a boogie shuffle. Anyways, folks, listen, so much thanks goes out to you for joining us today here in Orange Room. This has been our Thursday edition of the Wildwood Takeover. And for all of your listening and dining pleasure, you can, interested in any of these particular weapons, you can check them out at wildwoodguitars.com. This particular guitar, the link to it at the Wildwood site is on the info for this live feed. This is an excellent offering. These 70th anniversary broadcasters are for reals, ladies and gentlemen. You know, because sometimes, you know, reissue something, okay, well, it's a variation on this, and this, but this one, it's got some things. And the electronics and the pickups on this thing are delicioso, pigmentoso. I don't even know what that means. Wrong key, but it sounds good. All right, folks, we'll see you on the flippity flop. Adios.